Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today on this wonderful Saturday afternoon. We are here today to do some MTG Arena. I set up a day for patrons to play with me. And I haven't heard back from anybody just yet. So, I know we've got Mr. Viking MTG said that he would be interested in playing some games. Hey, Ronnie, how's it going? So we'll definitely try to get him in here. I also posted up in my Patreon Discord that I have, letting everyone know that it was happening today. I posted that earlier this morning, and I still haven't heard anything back. I know that it's Saturday morning. Some folks might still be, waking up, sorting things out. It can still be technically early for the West Coast. I mean, it's 11 a.m., right, on a Saturday. If we were out late at Friday Night Magic, then maybe some people are still picking up. So, I guess we'll just start with some casual games. I'll just play my weird mono green deck to get my quest completed while we wait for some folks to show up. I mean, really, I'd rather do some drafts, to be honest, but I don't want to get too involved in a draft and then have some patrons show up and then want to play some direct challenges. So we'll start with this and see how it goes. This hand is pretty okay. If opponent is playing green, then we're probably in good shape here. If they're playing Golgari, it could be bad. Okay. Okay, he's got his own Wild Growth Walker. I think we play this only because I think next turn we want to play the Wild Growth Walker with the Merfolk Branch Walker to get the double trigger. Or to essentially prevent him from removing the Wild Growth Walker with a removal spell before it gets bigger. I'm guessing here he probably has a Merfolk Branchwalker or maybe a Jade Light Ranger if they have a second forest. And they're contemplating playing that versus playing like a removal spell for the Steel Leaf. Would be my guess. Yeah, okay. A land and another Wild Growth Walker. This is going to be a slog for us. This is going to be a slog for us because we don't have removal spells, whereas they will. So the thing is, we could slap this Blanchwood armor on this Steel Leaf champion and just crack in for a ton of damage. I don't think that's what we want to do, so I think we swing. Because if he wants to block this to kill it, he has to block it with both. Yeah. Chooses not to. Yeah. Having a Galta on top of our library is definitely fine with us. Hey, Mahalnik. How's it going? It is going okay. Just playing some arena today. Gonna do some arena with patrons provided they show up. I'm gonna be streamed from 2 to 5 today. So we've got a 3-hour stream planned of me just playing some arena and shooting the shit. So I hope you're all buckling in. You're all ready. Okay, Golgari Guildgate. Okay, so we get to play this for 2, which is pretty crazy. The question is do we want to? Opponent just scoops. I guess because they knew we had Galta, and because we didn't just slam Galta, they knew that we had other plays that were like just as good, if not better, than just slamming Galta. The thing with Golgari is that with Galta on the table, it's a pretty big target for any kind of like Vraska's Contempt or anything like that. Ah. The end of box Lily Pool. Nice. Hey, the Elder Dragon. How's it going? The opponent just scooped to what was going on there. I don't know how big the delay is, so I'm not sure what you were saying you don't even have to. Were you saying you don't even have to playing Galta? Can you unsee that Ghost Santa now? I mean, like, I can, but I can definitely see it as well. But I mean, like, that you know, like you said, it might be to do with your vision as opposed to... What the heck is this hand? Look at this. 3 Blanchwood armors and nothing to play before turn 5, really? No, we're not keeping that hand, let me tell you. Whew. Yeah, mana on top. It's not particularly interesting, but we'll keep it. I mean, this deck runs some things that cost 6 mana, so, like, getting the 3rd mana off the draw is pretty decent. A 2/2 with first strike. Well, I hate to break it to you, but doesn't do a whole heck of a lot against this 5/3 hexproof. Now, they could have a pump spell here and swing and then pump. I think if they swing with the 2/2 by itself without putting anything else on the board, we just take it. It seems likely. So, I mean, like, are we swinging with both? Yeah, I guess we are. Because if he wants to, like, block the 5/3 and use a trick, that's fine with us. Sure. Yeah, it's fine. Mainly because we have this. So, like, he needs to play something that doesn't have only 2 power to be able to block both of these Steel Leafs. Otherwise, they're just dead. So, let us see. Ah, there it is. Yeah, you can't play around the trick with this mono green deck. There's just no way to play around that. In fact, this mono green deck is just like hot garbage in my opinion. I built it just because I had the cards already. Like, I didn't have to spend any wild cards to make it. I just built it because I had all the cards that needed to go into it. I think the only thing I put into it was Vivian. I think that's the only thing I spent mythic tokens on. And I think I only needed 1. I mean, it's okay. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of it. This hand is really iffy. This hand is really iffy because you've only got 3 lands. I mean, we can pump this guy, but we can't play him until turn 3, and then we can't pump him until turn 4. And if we don't draw a land, we can't play this, and we won't be able to play this. I guess we keep it and see what happens. We're on the draw, too. So, like, a 4-drop is not really what we were looking. You've been wanting to make this deck for paper? The mono green deck? I don't know. I feel like... the... I feel like the mono green elf deck is stronger than this deck. And the main reason being is that because it has a little bit more like versatility in what it does. Like, for instance, we play this 5/4. If our opponent has a removal spell, there's literally nothing we can do about that. Like, this just dies. Right? And we're coming up against like a Rakdos burn deck. So we're going to want to block here, which is unfortunate for us because chances are it trades our Steel Leaf for like a shock or something. I think we just take the 4 here. I don't want to give him more cards. Especially since he's now not going to be... He can't shock us. And he can't attack here. Yeah. Okay, so... The awkward thing about the Nullhide Ferox is that it prevents us from playing these Blanchwood armors. So I think we want to play the Vinemere out first. You have a Simic deck with Grun. You just buff him and make him unblockable. Oh man. People must not like that very much, the Elder Dragon. Like, that must be pretty hilarious. Sorry, Ronnie, as to what other decks I have a few other decks, not many. Wow, this guy's just going all in. So we want to draw something that will gain us life. Okay, so this guy's just getting all in. I mean, like, I guess we block here. Okay, we're at 5, which means we're probably dead next turn. So, what can we do? So we're just dead next turn? I mean, I guess, right? I mean, we're just dead here to 2 burn spells to the face. Okay. There it is. So, like, we knew that was coming. Again, like, this is, like, the mono red deck, like, if we had given him the cards instead of taking the 4 damage, chances are he would have drawn more than 4 damage in burn. Like, that's just generally, like, you hope that he draws 2 lands, or that they draw 2 lands, and, like, maybe a creature or something, but the mono red deck runs so much burn, it's almost near impossible for them to not draw more burn. So we really needed like any explore creature off the top there. Anyway, sorry, to get back to you, Ronnie. The decks that I have, like I have this one, I have mono red, but like the mono red is like an old mono red that I built like a while back. I think it was before. See, again, like this hand is like not amazing. I think we keep it, but it's not, this is not great, especially on the play. We keep getting these two Blanchwood armors. Now, Blanchwood armor with Wild Growth Walker is actually pretty good because it removes, like, it basically takes it out of range of getting murdered by things. Opponent is playing mono blue? So I have mono green, I have mono red, I have the mono white splash red aggro deck. So here's the question that we ask. Do we think they're running a Quench, an Essence Capture, or like, do we risk running out the Steel Leaf into an open 2 mana? I guess we do. Because if he has Essence Capture, we want him to waste it here with no creature on board. My guess is he counters this. Or that they counter this, I should say. There's the Quench. Okay. So the other thing that they might have had there is they might have had like the Merfolk Trickster to play, and that's why they held off. Chart a course. Okay, so what is it? Spell Pierce we have to be careful of. Spell Pierce is another one we have to be careful of. Like if he has a Spell Pierce here, okay, all right. Well, we get in for 5, and this makes Galta cost a bunch less as well, which is nice. Okay, so they probably have another counterspell. So what we really need here is we're gonna go to combat and see what they do. Because if they have a Trickster here, that's actually fine with us. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. We could technically have played the Blanchwood armor on the Wild Growth Walker to play the Galta. I don't think it was the right play to do that. I think we want to just wait. Swinging in for 2 seems very aggressive for the opponent. Like, we're going to go to combat again here. And they're probably going to have another Merfolk Trickster? No? Like, we got to hope that they have, like, a bounce spell or something? Okay. Yeah. So the question is do we want to play the Wild Growth Walker back out with the Blanchwood armor on it again? Or do we want to play the Vivian Reed while they have no mana? Now, they could have a Spell Pierce again as well. So, like, I guess we have to do this. And then we put another one on and see. Because if they have a Spell Pierce, we would rather them use it on the Blanchwood armor than on the Vivian Reed. So chances are they probably have it here. Why do you lose every game in gold using decks that beat you? I don't know, Epic Anime. I have the same problem. I can't get past where I am. So, like, we're gonna attack here. Again. See what they do. If they just take it... The question is do we pass the turn here knowing that they probably have counterspells up? Or do we bait out the counterspells with, like, a Galta? I think we just pass the turn, to be completely honest. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. We have to be careful with the mono blue tempo deck because it can get pretty out of hand. Now, I mean, like, this is... Swinging here seems kind of aggressive to me. Because, I mean, they're going to block with the 2/2. But if we do nothing, like if they just have a handful of counterspells and we do nothing except swing with this 8/8, like we win pretty handily here. Like, okay. Like you have to block this or die. Or bounce it or die. Okay. Alright. We'll play a Llanowar Elf. Because, like, if he wants to counter it, I'm fine with that. I guess we play the Galta here and bait out a counterspell. Right? Like, this is going to bait out a counterspell, which is nice. Because it gives us the chance to play Vivian Reed next turn. Yep. And see, like, now they have to leave back their Terramander or play another threat, right? To block the Wildgrowth Walker. So, like... Okay. Like, we're not swinging with both, we're only going to swing with the one. And the reason being is because if they have, like, a Merfolk Trickster or something to bounce the Wildgrowth Walker, we want to make sure that we have... Yeah, see? Okay. This is fine. Okay. So they have 2 mana up, which is probably a Quench, right? It's probably a Quench, right? Either way, we have... They can't cast Wizard's Retort, so let's play this. Ugh, gross. That's super gross. So they're running all of the counterspells. They're running Negates, Wizard Retorts, and Quench. It's pretty gross for us. Vivian Reed was our only answer to this 5/5. And this is why the mono blue deck is kind of poop. Because it just kind of, like, counters everything you do. And makes big, giant 5/5 flyers. That if you have no answer to, you're just stuck getting murdered by them. So, like, the best card that deals with the mono blue deck is Carnage Tyrant. And we don't have any of those in our hand, unfortunately. If I play mono blue like them, I'll lose. Yeah, I mean, that's the point, right? Merfolk Trickster, like, playing a Merfolk Trickster there just to taunt is, like, fine. Like, there was no reason for him to do that. Or for them to do that. Because they already have me dead on board. Yeah. But I didn't concede. Just so we're clear. So the main thing that I do is that I only concede if my opponent starts just, like, doing a bunch of random crap when they have me dead on board. Like, if they start, like, digging through their library looking for things, or, like, they start playing, like, a whole bunch of cards on their turn when I'm already dead. Then I'll concede. But if he just, like, takes his turn, plays his land, swings, I let it hit me, because they might have a quest that they need to complete that says attack with X number of creatures. Like, and maybe they have a quest that says play X number of cards, but you're kind of bad mannering your opponent a bit at that point. Like, if you have them dead on board, just end it, right? Just end it. Be done with it. This hand is, like, not great. 1 mana lets us play the Jadelight Ranger. If we're playing against mono red, we're in bad shape because this Wildgrowth Walker will just get murdered. So we hope that we're not playing against, like, a control deck, but I mean, like, chances are we're playing against a control deck. So, like, we're gonna slam the Wildgrowth Walker just because we have to. If we don't draw a land here, we do nothing. Perfect. It's great. And we're playing against the Esper control deck, which is just a really poopy deck to play against. I absolutely hate it. Hey, we got our land. Joyous day. Sure. But but okay. Graveyard. Yeah, that's fine. Kill you? Okay. Goodbye? I didn't want to play the mare there because I wanted to be able to kill Kaya with one creature instead of two. That's all. A second Dovin Acuity. Now I'll play the mare because it's hexproof. But I mean, it's setting me up for a bit of a board wipe here. Like, we know there's a board wipe coming, so playing out the hexproof creatures is probably not the best plan. See, there's the board wipe. Yep. Do we want to play Vivian? And do we want to blow up these Dovin Acuities? I think we want to get the 6/6 out. The 6/6 prevents us from playing Vivian next turn. And also our Blanchwood armors, but like, that's okay. Because it's hexproof, so he can't kill it unless he uses another board wipe. Aha. That's really funny, actually. Sure. Yeah. Wait, he only returned one of them. Only returning one of them seems like a weird play, but okay. I guess. Wow. I'm super glad we did that, because I don't want to draw 4 lands in a row, let me tell you. Ixalan's Binding is not amazing, but it's fine. Wow, getting a Blanchwood Armor there off the top is really bad for us. Alright, so we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose this game. Mainly because when we +1'd Vivian, we found 4 lands. So, you know, sometimes the shuffler decides that it doesn't want to let you win, and that's fine, right? Sure, that's fine. We're gonna play this, and opponent is gonna, like, murder it and or whatever. Okay, well, I'm gonna play this Galta since you let it resolve. Countered? No? Alright. So they probably have another board wipe. Okay, if they're using a Mortify, they don't have a board wipe, but they probably have another removal spell, because they wouldn't kill the 10-9 over the 12-12. That's for sure. Maybe they have another Ixalan's Binding for the 12-12. Okay, just Vraska's Contempt, sure. It's fine. I don't know why you wouldn't return both. It seems weird not to return both, right? Like, it seems weird to me not to return both the first time. I don't know. They're out of mana now, so I mean, like, we're gonna play this. And, we're gonna graveyard that, because we don't care about that. We'll put a Blanchwood Armor on this guy now, because he's tapped out, so we won't get countered. This just makes it a bigger target to be murdered, so I mean, like, they're probably gonna play another removal spell, because, you know, they have Vraska's Contempt and Mortify, and Cleansing Nova, and probably Kaya's Wrath, and yeah, like, another Mortify. Okay, fine. Like, this is why this Esper control deck is just absolutely absurd, because it's just a grind fest. Like, we got them down to what, like 8 health or something like that, and now they're back up to 15, and we have no threats on the board. You know what I mean? And like, they're gonna have counter spells and stuff too, so I mean, like, we're not gonna play the Blanchwood Armor here, because the 5/4 is already a big enough threat as it is without the Blanchwood Armor on it, so we'll just leave it. Yep. They're at 36, we're at 37. New fun! That's right. It's the no fun deck. Another Ixalan's Binding, which we assumed was happening, yeah. Like, right now, opponent hasn't shown me a way that his deck wins. Have any of you seen any threats from this deck yet? There have been no threats, just so that we're clear. Not a single threat has been played by our opponent. There's no point in playing it on the 5/4 because it just gets Ixalan's Binding. There's no point in putting it onto the 2/2, the 2/1, because, like, what are they searching my deck for? Galta? He wins by being a dick. Like, do I get to see what the plan is here? Like, they have to name a card. What do they name? They name... Really? Jade Light Ranger? Okay. It's fine with me. Let's cry for the Canarium, sure. Sure. Like, so far, opponent hasn't shown me a way that they win. How do they win this game? I want them to show me. Ah, okay, so it's this deck. They'll say man, it would take them forever to kill me with Healer's Hawk. So this is the Mastermind Acquisition deck where they've got stuff in the sideboard. Well, you missed it, Sogna Metal. You missed it earlier. We played Vivian, and we +1'd her and got 4 lands off the top of our library instead of any threats. They draw you out in 45 minutes. Yeah, but like they don't though, because like we just sit here and watch them do nothing. And okay, like even Immortal Sun, what does that do other than draw them more cards? Like what is their winning? What is their win condition? I want to know. Opponent, what is your win condition? How about this guy? Hexproof. Alright, you have to use a board wipe on him. This is why we're not playing the Blanchwood Armor yet, because opponent has to use a board wipe to get rid of this guy, because it's got hexproof. In fact, I probably would have picked the Vine Mirror over the other thing. Yeah. Like, okay. 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 I don't know. I don't know what opponent's win condition is. No idea. Sure. So it's mill. Their plan is to mill me out because they went and got Clear the Mind from their sideboard. Oh right, I can't play that because it's exiled. Yeah, but like, wouldn't they have played Teferi by now? They've had so many turns to play Teferi. Right? Why haven't they cast it yet? Right? Like, and they put all their cards back into their library from their graveyard, and it didn't even get that many. Like, look! They're only at 34. They're only 5 cards above us in library still, and they're drawing 2 cards a turn. Like, okay, there goes the Carnage Tyrant, which is our only other answer to this guy's deck. Okay, Radical Idea, sure. Like... Hey, MTG Hermit, how's it going? Right now, we're playing against some ridiculous nonsense Esper control deck that doesn't have any win conditions. You have to discard. Really, opponent? Come on, man. Lol. Throws away a Mortify and a Cry of the Carnarium. Okay. Yep. Like, I mean, you're catching up. Catching up. Your opponent's deck makes you really sad. That's right, Logan Bloom. It makes everyone sad. Also, hello. Hey. Another Unmoored Ego, so gonna go and get the 6/6 hexproof, right? Yeah, Nullhide Ferox. Yep. He's got to take all the hexproof guys out of the deck so that he can kill them. He can kill everything else with removal spells. He only got 1 though. Like he's only exiled 13 things, and 2 of them are under here. Right? Okay. All right. Have you got another win condition in the sideboard? I don't understand. I'm ready. Like, but I'm not even sad. Like, I mean, I'm not sad. Oh, there we go. There's a win condition. Got a Lyra in the sideboard. Cool. Let me play another forest. And then put Blanchwood Armor on your guy. You're welcome. Hopefully that means this game will end sooner. Okay, you ready? If he starts playing things and not swinging me, I'm just gonna concede. Okay. Yep. Okay. There you go. Look, I'll even play this forest to give you another point. Okay. Come at me, bro. There you go, you did it. Nice. Nice. I appreciate that opponent, once they got their win con on the board, and I did that, chose not to be a dick about it, and played all the things. Yeah, I couldn't play it. The champion was under a Binding of Ixalan, so I was not able to play it. I couldn't play it. I absolutely could not play it. Alright. Who's here, and who's a patron, and has MTG Arena, and wants to play some games? Huh? Anybody? Nobody? I know we have a number of patrons here. We've got MTG Hermit, we've got Father Frodo, we got Logan Bloom. If some of you else in chat are also patrons, I apologize. I may not recognize your name in YouTube. Alright, Logan, let's do it. Do you have Discord? You need to reload Windows. Hey, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Sogna Metal, don't even worry. You don't have to be a patron. It's just that this is specifically a patron event. This is specifically a patron event, so that's why I want to make sure I'm doing games against patrons. So we do direct challenge like this. We go like this for 2 seconds. I need the number, Logan. I need the number that comes at the end of your code. Of course I do. All right. And what are we doing? What is best of one? What coin? Weird. Okay, sure. You can copy it right out of, so if you go into MTG Arena, right? Yeah, there you go. Nice. Okay. So what are we playing, Logan? What are we playing? Message retracted. Uh-oh, Maholnik. What are we playing? Are we playing... Like, does it even matter what I'm playing? I guess it doesn't really. I don't really have any, like, here, I'll play this deck against you, and you can see how bad it is. How about that? I will play this deck against you, and see how bad it is. So, Logan, you have to go into your direct challenge, and you have to, put my name in, and then pick your deck, and then click challenge, and then it will join us. It's a very strange way of doing it. You sent me a challenge, but I sent you a challenge. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. So this is what it looks like on my side. Or did I get it wrong? No, neither do I. This is my first time doing it as well. So, okay. Put that in. Play. I have no idea how this works. I have never done this before. This is the first time. We're testing. Look, we can even do this. Hi. Hello, everyone. Look, I'm here. I'm actually alive. I'm a person. Yeah, but I don't like, so you should have this screen, Logan, right? You should have this screen with your name on that side and my name on that side waiting for me, right? And I'm waiting for you and... Weird. Super weird. Oh, nice. Song of Metal. That's sweet. I really wish that this would work. So you took this number and you got it, and then I took your number. Are you challenging me with like a different type of deck? Are you playing Singleton? Or are you playing standard, Logan? Because I don't know how it determines that, to be honest. Maybe I have to pick a different deck. Is that my problem? Let me see. It's best of one, yeah. Challenge, best of one, coin flip, direct challenge. Let me pick a different deck. Look here, I'll just play my green deck against you and see. Nope, it doesn't want to connect us for whatever reason. Weird. I don't know. Okay. Maholnik, we'll try yours. Waiting for an opponent. Is this direct challenge just not working right now? Is that what's happening? That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? That would be pretty funny. That would make this just a pretty big bust, wouldn't it? It sure would. Huh? 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 I don't know. It should, I would assume it's not. But even if it is, like, Logan gave me his, right? And I'm assuming, Logan, you copied yours right out, like, you, okay, so, because, like, when you go into here, right? When you go into Direct Challenge, you can click your own name and it copies it to the clipboard, right? And then you could paste it like this. And I'm assuming that's what Logan did. You had a 1v1 yesterday. Well, like, it might just be broken right now. Who knows? Yeah, like that's, you just copy pasted it, right? And it's working. Yeah. So, okay, let me just copy it again. Paste. Okay. Look, I'm Karn now. Try Mother Russia! We'll try yours next, Father Frodo. Don't worry, I've got it here. Okay, so... Huh? Is there something I have to do on my side? Like... You're having issues with getting Direct Challenge to work going. We've got this nifty page to guide you a blah, blah, blah. Okay. How to Direct Challenge. Your display name, including the 5-digit number associated with your account. This is visible on your profile page, as well as the Direct Challenge Playblade. Tip, if you clicked your name in the Playblade, blah, blah, blah. Okay, display names are case sensitives. There is currently a known issue with display names that contain spaces. Workaround, you can use your mouse cursor to click where a space should be and enter it manually. Oh god. Okay. Constructed deck with a minimum of 60 cards. How to challenge other players. Yeah, that's what mine is too. Challenge, best of one, coin flip. Right? Right? And then there's you. And then... The funny thing is that, like... You guys can't see this, can you? Okay. That's fine. So, like, okay, so then the screenshot that they have up on their website of how to get this to work, the challenge thing looks different. There's a fourth button that says direct challenge. So, one, challenge options. You make sure you select best of one and coin flip. Your display name is 5 digits. Okay, yeah. And the 5-digit number, yeah, okay. Your opponent's name, plus 5-digit code. By default, this is blank, blah, blah, blah. There's currently no issue. Display names that contain spaces. Workaround is to enter it manually. Okay. 4 is the Discord challenge. For more information, please refer to our Discord challenge FAQ. Oh, that button doesn't exist for me. I wonder if that's what's breaking things. Am I on, like, an old version or something? Interesting. So when you guys go to best direct challenge, is there a checkbox here that says Discord? Disable emotes. I thought you had to like opt into it. Disable emotes. Oh, so you can actually just disable emotes now. All right, so they figured that out. Auto order triggered abilities. I never want this. I always want to trigger. I was wondering why this was always ordering them in a stupid way. This orders so many of my abilities in the wrong way. But it's so handy. Well, I mean, like, yeah, we can. Just give me a sec here. Yours is this one, right? Okay, we were gonna try Father Frodo as well. But you have a space in your name, Father Frodo. Gosh darn it. It worked after the 5th time we tried. That's really friggin' weird. Oh! Snap! Okay. This one worked. Okay. So, Logan, we'll try you again after this one, okay? We'll try you again after this one. We'll play this game, and then we'll try you again. It's case sensitive. Yeah, but like, Logan gave me his, and it was case sensitive, and he pasted it in, and it worked. So, I don't know. Like, or I should say it didn't work. Alright. I'm keeping this terrible hand. You'll get to see how bad this deck is. This deck is, like, not good. It's really, really weird and bad. In fact, I don't remember. This might be a singleton deck. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. That's okay, Maholnik. We're just playing for fun, so I don't... It's not... I'm not going to be super upset if you watch what I'm doing. Because, like... I'm not in it to win it, sir. If you're in it to win it, then get in. Ghost me all you like. We're here for funsies. I mean, I can see all your cards, obviously. Hey! I needed that. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you bedevil my hero of Precinct 1? This is a fun deck that you're playing? Alright. I'm ready. Hey! What is this? Are you just like mono exile effects? Alright, come at me. Use your removal spells on my 1/1 lifelinker. I'm ready. That's not a... What is this nonsense? Twilight Prophet. See you later. Yeah, get in. We're at 5 mana too. Sweet. How dare you? Twilight Prophet is a mean card. I don't like it. Whoa, Angrath. What is this? Discards a card and loses 2 life. No. Not my cards! Gain control and then sack it. How dare you? I needed that. No, my 1/1. You dastardly fiend. Well, I don't think this hero of Precinct 1 is going to last very long, is he? Or is she? Yep, there's a murder. What a surprise. Haha! Take that! I make a 1/1 and kill my own guy. That's right. Aha! That's right. It's fine. I will throw away these planes. Alright, here I come. So far, this deck is confirmed bad. That's right. Ah, yes, another Godless Shrine, which I don't need. I guess I'll hold on to it and discard it to your Angrath. Mwah! Mwah! Poke! I poke him. Get poked, Angrath. That's right. No, your life total's higher than mine now. Womp womp. No, not this Godless Shrine that I didn't need. Whatever will I do? Whatever will I do? This was the deck that I built, like, because I wanted to build, like, sort of like a Jund Aristocrats deck, and by the time I finished building it, I was like, I don't have room for red cards. Or not Jund. Yeah, Jund? No. Mardu. I wanted to build a Mardu Aristocrats deck, and by the time I got all of these white and black cards in my deck, I was like, wait, I don't have room for these red-black cards. And so then I didn't put any in. Haha! Take this, Angrath! Poke. Poke and pass. That's what we do. Yep. Alright. No more life gain for you, but you did get to draw a card, I guess. Is it 1 or 2? It's 1, right? No, not my swamp. Aha! Drawing all these extra lands this is the only time it matters. Ooh, Phoenix. Alright. Phoenix, 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 Phoenix. Phoenix, 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 Phoenix. Phoenix is a good card. So far, you've played nothing but removal and mythics. That's all you've played. What is this? Huh. Well, we'll play this guy and pass the turn. No, my Kaya's wrath. There was nothing I could do about it. Judith! My goodness. Oh, I really wish that I could not draw lands. I mean, I'm gonna play it, I guess. Was it a Malkovich joke? I don't know, was it? I don't really, I'm not a big John Malkovich fan, personally. But I mean, that's not to say that I don't like some of his work. I just don't, I don't really, like, watch any of his stuff. Gravedigger? Twilight Prophet? No. Well, I think that's game for me then, isn't it? Huh. Well then. I guess I do this to you and see what happens. Yep. Aha! Take that, I guess. Being John Malkovich? Hmm. I've never seen the movie, so I don't know. Yep. Sure. Oh, wow. And you top deck the perfect card to get rid of Teysa. Very nice. Well, I mean, you can just steal Teysa and swing me for lethal. Right? I have no cards in hand, so it's just game. So there it is. There it is. Mm-hmm. GG's, sir. GG's. When you come up against a mono removal mythic deck, there's not much you can do. Your deck appears to have a lot of rares and a lot of angry mans in it. Okay, you have the challenge working this time. Alright. Oh, I see. Wait. Is this the right number for you, Logan? Because it should be only a 5-digit. Should only be 5 digits. This is 6. Is there an extra number in here? Is that why it's not working? I wonder if that's the case. 36998. Haha, see? There's an extra digit. I was like, this looks wrong. 998, right? There we go. Bam! Got there. There we go. Sweet deal. Alright. Yeah, I guess. Whoa, mono red. Get out of here. Get out of here with your mono red nonsense. Is that a new deck? Is that new deck 7? Oh, man. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Lighting up the stage. Oof. Oofa doofa. Logan, you need some lands. You're in need of some lands, good sir. Calamity? My goodness. Here comes the pain. The pain train! No? Alright. So, what do we want to do here? We probably want to play out this hero precinct one. Swing for 3. Passing the turn. Hey, Josiah. How's it going? Lightning strike on my hero, Precinct 1. I mean, we'll give my guy Death Touch and Indestructible, so that if you decide to swing, I don't have to worry about it. Alundra is kind of weird. I guess we just kind of get in. Another Cavalcade? My goodness. My goodness. No, I refuse. Do not want, because this is any target too? No, it's just player and Planeswalker. Okay. We're gonna do this now. Reason being is that we want to be able to play out Alundra. Hilariously dead already? Well, I mean, like, I guess. We would see. We would have to see, Logan. I do have a Settle the Wreckage in my hand, so... There would have been a very much lack of creatures on your board had you had your third land. And I mean, I would have played cards differently, depending on what you were playing, right? Hey! I needed that! Another Firebrand. The worst. Alright. Okay. We can play that. That's a thing. It's a once a month thing that we're going to be doing, Jay-Shing. Once a month we're going to be doing arena live streams with patrons. So we're doing and I mean, like, we might do more than that. It depends. Holy moly. That's a lot of Cavalcades. Hey, I needed that. Yes. You have 3 Legion's Warboss in your hand? Dear me. That would be a lot of tokens. Legion's Warboss would have been murdered had you been playing them, though. Because, I mean, I've used, what, 2... I've used 2 removal spells. I would have killed 2 of them instead of the other things I killed. Right? Because what did I kill? I killed an enchantment and a dude. Yeah, I would not have wasted my removals on that if you had been playing Legion's Warbosses. Hey! Yeah, I mean, like, I guess. I'll pay the 4. You got me! Every Gobbo from Warboss is a free 1 damage. Correct, they are. And multiple if you have Cavalcade. Absolutely. Right? But the point is that the Warbosses wouldn't have stuck around. I would not have allowed them to stick around. The 3rd mana. Here it comes. Oh no, I'm taking a whole bunch of damage here. Ow. 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 Poke poke. Get in. Well, I apologize, Logan, that you got stuck on 2 lands, because that sucks. No one wants to play Magic like that, so I owe you a rematch, I think. Oh well, you live by the burn and you die by the burn. That is very accurate. You do die by burn. Okay, Father Frodo, are you next? Is that what's happening here? Do we have your name? No, I don't have your name. Where are you here? You put your thing in here. And I copied it. Where is it? I see you here. There you are. Okay. This one? Nah. Do we want that? I don't know. Do we want that one? Okay, Father Frodo. Okay. What deck do we want to play? You want me to play Gates against you? I can play Gates against you. I could play Mono Blue. I don't think this is the actual Mono Blue list. Let's play against you. Let's play zombies against you. Are you ready, Father Frodo? I hope you're ready. Correct. There's no way to really hide the tag. I agree. All right, here we go. Yeah, so I'm going to play zombies against you, if that's all right with you. I assume it's okay with you. It's not a good zombies deck by any means, but it is a zombies deck. It's an interesting zombies deck anyway. Let's put it that way. I really need to like do some more weird, unique brewing. I have not got there. I have not brewed anything. My problem with Arena is that I don't like the way the building of the decks works. Like I don't like the way that you look at your cards and see what there is and then put it in and put it out, and I'm not a big fan of that. I'm more of one of those guys that likes to like look through all the cards and sort of figure out what the playing a blue-black card in a red-black deck. What is this? How dare you? Ah, yes. Well, I guess we play this guy? And get in? I mean, Death Baron puts a big target on his head pretty easily. So, I mean, that's fair. Yep. There it is. We're not really surprised by that. Land off the top is ideal for us, because we can play Chupa. Kill the Electromancer. Swing in for one. Mono black. Alright. Stuck on lands. There we go. Alright. Hit your fourth. Alright. Chart a course. Alright. Ah, you're playing the Phoenix deck. I see, I see, I see. Return this guy. Yes. Good old Phoenix deck. How many Phoenixes are in your graveyard? Just one? Just one so far. I'm sure there will be more in the future. Crackling Drake. Sure. I mean, I guess. If you gotta dive down, it's bad for me, I guess. Okay. Take 5. Ah, the Phoenix deck. So is this your twist on the Phoenix deck, or is the Phoenix deck actually running black now? I don't keep up with the standard meta, to be completely honest with all of you. I'm a limited guy. I play limited way more than anything else. I love limited formats. It's like my bread and butter. Another Phoenix into the graveyard. Okay. All right. Okay, that's spell number 2. You just need one more for 2 mana. I'm sure you've got it. Cracking in for the Phoenix. There it is. Oh, that's not a what I thought you were gonna play. Okay. There it is. All right. So that brings back the 2 Phoenixes. Yep. Which is fine with me. Yep. Ooh. All right. Well, we're gonna play this Death Baron, and we're gonna swing with everything. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these Goblin Electromancers are pretty key to this deck, aren't they? Since they let you play all your spells for 1 less mana. Seems pretty good. You just cast 3 spells for 4 spells for 4 mana. That's pretty good. All those 2-drops that only cost you 1 each. That's fine. Yep. Sure. Hey, it's Gutterbones. I like Gutterbones. Gutterbones, my boy. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. Ral? Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? Deals damage to target creature equal to the total number of instant sorceries in your graveyard, or you look at them and put 1 into your hand. Okay. Is it like you can put an instant or sorcery? Or it's just any card? Look at the top 2. Okay. Alright. So that's 2. Does that count? No, it's only instant sorceries, right? Yeah. Okay, that's only 2. Need a land. Yeah. And then cast it again. You get your other Phoenix back. Can I see his game? No. Nope, I can't see his game. You talking about me? You can see my game, right? Yeah. Like this is... What do I want to do here? I guess it's this? Right? Like, this seems fine. Hit Ral in the face a bunch. I can't see Father's game. I can only see what he's playing against me. Like, this doesn't kill Ral, so he might just let it resolve. Leave Ral at 1. You just block the token. Yeah, that seems fine. Put Ral to 3. Okay. Alright. Yeah, you could definitely do it that way. I was pretty much under the impression that he was going to block with the Phoenixes based on what had been happening the previous few turns. Because the Phoenixes come back pretty easy for him when he has these many instants and sorceries that draw him cards. So now he's got 3 Phoenixes, right? We need some exile effects, is what we need, right? So now 3 Phoenixes are coming back into play, and we're in bad shape because we're going to have a 1-1 versus 3 Phoenixes, which is not really ideal. I don't think you want to kill this. This doesn't seem right. Killing the Doomed Dissenter doesn't make any sense unless you have an exile effect. The problem with not going for Ral is that his ultimate is 8, right? And if I don't... So if I swung him and he didn't block, and then he's dead, right? Fine. Great. Haha, I've got a gutter bones. Take that. There's no point in swinging Ral now. It doesn't do anything for us. I think we're just dead here. Oh, I agree. So we're going to 2. So, like, even just a shock kills us, yeah. Alright, got there. Come on now, I'm just gonna concede if you keep casting spells. So there it is. Ah, the Is It Phoenix deck. So tell me this, Father Frodo, what are you running black for? Like, is there a reason you're running black in that deck? Because you didn't show me any black cards. You only showed me blue and red. And you had the black land, and you played it on turn 1. You had the black-red land. The second half of Discovery, that's it? Okay. That makes sense. Alright. Who's next from the patrons? Anybody? Nobody? Bueller? 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 We owe Logan a rematch, so since he got screwed on lands. So Logan, where is your number? You sent it to me. Alright, Logan, we'll do your rematch now, since nobody else is here. And it's only 1-6. And we will play the same deck so that it's an actual rematch. You only have 1 Blood Crypt for long games against Golgari or similar? Ah, that's fair. Orzhov Guildgate? Who put that in this deck? Well, there it is, everybody. Confirmed bad. We're playing gates in a non-gate deck. Killer. Alright. Here comes the pain train. I'm ready. We'll play the Oil Arc first, just because, Foofa doofa. I guess no blocks. I guess no blocksies. I guess we play this guy. And say go. And then we definitely swing. Because, I mean, like, you're not gonna block. Gotta keep that clock ticking. You've been playing it since it came out. It's pretty good. Sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is definitely the block we have to do. Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. Curse you, Clavicade! Siege Gang Commander? My goodness. Alright, so, you know how, Logan, you know how, you got mana screwed last game? Well, we're getting flooded this time. Boy, howdy. Are we ever getting flooded? Foofa doofa. I guess we do this. You're flooded too? Alright. Relatively speaking. I mean, yeah, that's fair. It looks like you don't really need more than... Well, I shouldn't say that. You have Goblin... You have a 5-drop that you played with 5 mana. We did not play anything with a 5-drop. We played a 4-drop. And that's about all we got. Yep. So this is interesting, right? Because you can pitch these at me now, which is kind of cool. So, I mean, like, we're going to block them all. And then you can just pitch all the ones that would die and not trade, right? Which is kind of cool. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure. No, our tokens. Now is when we wish we had... I guess we can give this guy vigilance. That makes sense. I guess we swing with these. It seems fair. Yep. If only we had a lifelink token right now. I think we're just dead here, are we? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we're just dead here. Mm-hmm. GG's, Logan. GG's. This deck is interesting. So that does 3 damage to us, and then you can pitch 2 of the goblins to do the other 4. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like this deck. This seems very aggressive and seems very interesting. I don't think there's anything we can do. I shouldn't say that. We could have technically, like, sacked a creature to this last turn to try and find a removal spell for, like, the Siege Gang Commander or something. I guess that would have been a better play than playing Teysa. So maybe we made a mistake in this aspect, but, like, I don't know if there was much we could do. If our next card, so, like, we're going to... Let's sack, let's sack this guy and draw a card, right? Ah! Why did we draw 2 cards there? We only sacked 1 creature. Why did it trigger twice? So, that would have gained us 2 life and removed 1 of your threats. Oh, because Teysa triggers twice. Yes, Teysa doubles the activation. You are correct, everyone. Thank you. Yes. There you go. See, I don't even know my own deck. But, so had we done that the previous turn, instead of playing Teysa, if we had sacked the Midnight Reaper, we would have got that card, we could have played it, gained 2 life, removed 1 of your 2/2s. So either your Goblin Commander or your Legion War Boss, which would have then put us to 2 health. Siege Gang has been removed in paper from the main deck. Well, that makes sense, Logan, because he's a 5-drop, right? So it's a little bit harder to get there, I would imagine. If you're in, we can play another game? Absolutely, we can play another game. I'm gonna need your ID again, though, because it's like way the F up there. While we're waiting for you to give me your thing. You got lucky and flooded. Well, I mean, like, I made a bit of a misplay. I should have instead of playing Teysa, since it didn't increase, like putting Teysa down didn't impact my board state at all, to the point where like it didn't help me in any way against your deck. So I should have been able to like basically say, hey, I'm going to, oh, there's a drop down. Oh my god, cool. Here, I'll play you with I don't know, what do you want me to play you with? Is this deck? Yeah, let me play you with this deck and you can see what this deck is. This deck is not the typical mono white deck. I also chose another deck, so there you go. I'm comfy with whatever. Like I said, I'm not a standard player, I'm a limited player. So like all of these decks are just generic random junk that I threw together. Ah, Merfolk. Cool, cool. You just grind out your mono red deck. Nice. Huh. Well, isn't that an interesting situation to be in? Trying a little twist on it. Alright, well, I'm ready to see it. Yeah, the Merfolk deck is interesting. Like, it saw a lot of play back when it first came out. Because everyone was just, like, jamming Merfolk and then just sleep, and then you just, like, see you later, opponent, right? Sure. Blam! Get reproached! Oh my gosh, a 1-1? The best. We're gonna go ahead and take this guy, though. We're gonna go ahead and take this man. Stuck on 2 lands. Whoa! Seafloor Oracle. My goodness. That's a card. Seafloor Oracle's a sweet card. Oh my goodness. Ah, my goodness. Well, I will gain a life. And gain another life. Yeah. Yeah. I could have paid 2 mana to draw a card, except I didn't have 2 mana to draw a card with. How about that? How about that? It's like turn 6, and I have 2 mana. I have 2 mana. Amazing. Kopala? My goodness. Kopala is definitely a card. And it's very good against me in this scenario, since all I have is 2 land. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm snap block. I'm not letting you draw 2 cards. Get out of here. Get out of here! I'm not letting you draw 2 cards. Holy moly. I found a thing. So what does this do? Spells your opponent's cast that target a Merfolk. Abilities. Okay, good. This doesn't matter with Kopala. Haha! Pew! Take that! I mean, yeah, I get in for 1. Gotta get rid of your draw card engine. That's basically what that is. So, get rid of it. Okay, River Sneak, yeah. Taking a lot of damage here. It's pretty bad. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It's pretty bad for me. Taking 6. Taking 6 damage, yeah. Okay, here we go. All in. I'm in on, yeah, take that. Pass the turn. I'm not playing into your frilled mystic nonsense. Aha! Tradesies. Yeah. Delicious. Ha ha ha. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and Poke you in for one. And pass a turn again. I'm just waiting to get like burned in the face for some ridiculous nonsense. Creatures with 1/1 counters can't be blocked. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's here comes 6 damage again. And I make a 1/1. And then we block this man. Blizzardy block. Alright, I'm at 8. Got there. Come on! This card is fine, but it's not fine enough, I don't think. So I think we want to pay to draw a card. Yes! Yes! That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Got what we wanted. Oh no! That's a lot of damage. Oh noes. Are we just dead? We're just dead. No! We're dead. Well, we'll make our dude now, because it doesn't matter. Oh, we're not dead. We're at 1! I'm at 1 life. 2 life now. Take that. Life gain for the win. Merfolk Mistbinder. I don't agree with this plan. Well then. Taking minimum 4 damage. Unblockable. Don't have enough blockers to prevent that from happening. Play this guy, gets countered with a thing. Yeah, okay. We figured that much. We figured you were running you had a counterspell, so I mean like play around it, gain a life. No attacks, I guess. We're still just dead here. We're still just dead here. We take 4 unblockable, we gain 1 life. We take another 2 from Merfolk Mistbinder, we die. So I guess if you only attack... Yeah, okay, so now we're just dead. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yup. So there it is. There it is, everybody. The disaster has struck. We got stuck on 2 lands. Like, had we gotten to 4 lands quite a bit earlier, I would have been much better for me. Yeah, of course, we can do another Father Frodo. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. We'll play Gates. I'll play Gates against you, and you can see my twist on Gates. Ah, you don't owe me anything. It's like, so, I owed Logan a rematch because by the time the game was over, he only had 2 lands still. So, you're running Rhythm of the Wild. I figured that's what the red card was that you were splashing into the Merfolk deck. It's pretty cool. Especially with the guy that, like, whatchamacallit? The guy that gets, what the heck is this? What is this hand? What is this hand? This isn't a hand I can keep. What is this? Oh, God. Come on, man. Okay, I guess. This is bad. That opening hand was terrible. There was no way we were keeping it. Black is our splash. And we had no gates in our opening hand. Okay, so we probably have to do this and go and get... We need... blue-red? Is that right? Do we want blue-red or do we want blue-green? We might want blue-green. No, we need red-green. Right? That gives us... No. The only cards in this deck that require black require double black. So we want to make sure we have our double black in case we draw those cards. Dovenbon. What? Sure. What is this weird nonsense of a deck? See? 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 Dovenbon with Goblin Electromancer. Is this like some weird Phoenix deck? But like, not Phoenix? Sure. That's fine. Yep. So, counterspell probably? Is that right? I want to say it's a counterspell, so we're just gonna pass. Although Dovin is pretty bad for us. I mean, he can ultimate Dovin next turn. It's pretty bad. Ultimating Dovin on turn 5 is pretty atrocious, I have to say. Yep. Seems pretty bad. Okay. Like getting to ultimate him next turn and keep him around is pretty crazy. Although I guess we do have the Vraska's Contempt. We're gonna cast Growth Spiral here. Unmoored Ego is a card, isn't it? Unmoored Ego is definitely a card. Well, we're gonna play a Ram, and it's gonna get countered. Pretty sure. No? No counter? Okay. So just like a bounce spell or a kill spell? Oh. Sure. Seems like an interesting deck that you have here, Father Frodo. I have never seen these cards together, that is for sure. We had to mull to 5, which wasn't great. So, like, the Gates deck is pretty stymied by not having its lands early. Murmuring Mystic. Interesting. Yep. Sure. Hero of Precinct 1. Okay. Tapped out. We know you probably have removal. We're just gonna do this and see what you got. What have you got in your crazy, ridiculous deck? What we got? Crackling Drake? Let's do that one. Okay, so you've got Heroic Reinforcements, Bedevil. You don't have any Crackling Drakes in this deck. So you've got Dovenbon. This is a weird deck. That's super neat. I just wanted to look at your deck. I had no other plans. I don't think I have any answer to what you've got going on. You have a lot of control. And, you have a lot of control, and you have a lot of, things going on. The deck seems pretty greedy. I feel like you could get really screwed on your lands pretty easily. Like, Bedevil is double black. You can't cast it right now. You don't even have any black, right? And your deck seems pretty susceptible to, like, Gates Ablaze. Sure. Yeah. How did you play both of those? Oh, because they only cost 3 apiece. Nice. Yeah, the Goblin Electromancer. Very nice. Yeah, and that's just game. There it is. Well, there you go, everybody. You got to see some weird new brew from Father Frodo. I've never seen this deck. It seems interesting. It seems like you get really screwed on your lands, though. Like, pretty badly. I don't know. That was an interesting deck, though. Thank you for showing it to me. I feel like the double black is pretty greedy. Like, 'cause you're playing 4 colors, right? You're playing white, blue, black, red. I feel like it's pretty greedy. I would cut something. Newbie's luck. Well, I mean, I mulled to 5 too, right? So I mean, you know, there is that. I mulled to 5 and didn't have any of my like control or removal spells. So there wasn't much I could do when you played Dovin Bond on turn 3, and I was, you know, a land short of playing anything on turn 3. It was Absorb and you replaced it with Bedevil. Yeah. Yeah, I think the Absorb is better and take the Bedevil out. And I don't think you need the Carnival and Carnarium either. I feel like it's just too, like it's too situational. I mean, I don't know why you're, I guess you're playing it just for like hand control for late game. Get them to remove stuff out of their hand. And I guess it pings things for 1, so against like the mono red decks and stuff, it's not terrible. I don't know, it just seems weird. And the Justice Strike is interesting. It doesn't work against some of like the other decks out there, like the mono green deck and the Golgari deck. It doesn't really work against them because all of their creatures have less power than toughness. Right? Or the ones that do have more power than toughness are hexproof, so it's kind of awkward in that sense. Alright, well, anybody else? Crackling Drake is in the sideboard, so I did pick correctly for Crackling Drake being in the deck. It seems like a good add-in for that deck, based on what you're playing. I mean, you have enough instants and sorceries for it to be good, and it draws you a card. And your mana seems good enough that you could cast it on turn 4. And I mean, it's just an evasive creature that also triggers Hero Precinct 1 and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's, I don't know. I see it as a pretty decent card. You're up and ready with Esper? All right. I will bring the deck that doesn't do well against Esper. How about that? I really, really, really dislike the Esper control deck. I think it's super oppressive and that it's not very fun to play against. And it actually like makes Magic a worse place to be in. That being said, there are people out there that like Esper control, and so more power to them. Because we're here for fun. I'm not here to win. I'm here to have fun with you guys, play games, and talk about stuff. I'm not here to win. I could care less about winning. What are you going to take? My history, probably? Banalish Marshal. Alright. Okay. I mean... I shall play my history. I think the Esper control deck is way too oppressive in standard right now. Like, it's... Everybody is having issues with it right now. So now we get board wiped, and then we can't do anything else. Sounds about right. I'm ready. Although I guess Kaya's Wrath, you need double black. I guess you could have Settle the Wreckage here, but that would be okay with me, I guess. It's not amazing for me, but it'd be okay. I lack the board wipe. Well, I mean, like, I don't know that. Every Esper deck, in my opinion, always runs, like, 8 or more board wipes in their deck. So, you know, I guess you can just say that I'm, like, you know, I'm jaded. Okay, I mean, I have the Settle. See? You do have the board wipe, then. Yeah, but the Settle's only 4 mana, so I mean, like... Yeah, thanks for playing, Father Frodo. I appreciate it. I'm gonna need that deck list from you for that second deck you played, because it seems pretty sweet. I definitely want to check it out. Okay. Use the Force, Mr. B. Well, we'll see what happens here. How about this? Does this resolve? Oh, there it is. Only Kaya's Wrath. Well, I mean, yeah. I agree with you. But it doesn't mean that someone won't run the Settle the Wreckage in the board. You'll WhatsApp it to me? Nice. Sweet. I appreciate it. Even if you just want to, like, yeah, like if you have the list typed out, then send it to me. But if you don't, if you just have like a link to it on one of the websites where it's built or whatever, or like you could export it out of Arena and then just put it up onto like one of those websites that lets you import from Arena, and then just send me the link. That's fine too. Whatever's easiest for you, right? Just send it on over. I'd love to see it. Is Logan still here? Does Logan want to play another game? We've done multiple games with multiple people. Is Logan still here? Logan, are you still here? You want to do some more? If not, then maybe I'll just say the stream's over for after 2 hours instead of 3. You own a Cleansing Nova but didn't have it in the deck? Well, there you go. There you go. Now you've got it. You're doing a best of 1? Okay. Alright. Well, Maholnik, let's play another then. Let's do a rematch. Let's do a rematch while we wait for Logan. And then Logan, I'll play you after. Yeah, Cleansing Nova for sure is very good in the Esper control deck. Because it gets rid of the enchantments too, right? So like if people are playing enchantment decks, you can wipe their enchantments out, right? Which is nice. It's definitely something that you can do. Oh, look at that. This is going to be way worse for me. Alright, you might have a chance to actually go off this time. We're going to be in bad shape over here. Alright. Bam! Check me out. I got a 1-1. You being on the play is better for you as well, because technically I am a very aggressive deck. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Take 2. Got there. Okay. How about this one? Gah, get in. Well, I was expecting you to thought erasure my cards out of my hand. You're stuck on 3 lands. What is this? Maholnik. Come on, come on. You were missing a land drop, eh? And missing black. Did you have the thought erasures in your hand? I'm assuming you did. Alright. Logan, let's play. I'll play you with my mono green deck. Everyone saw this deck at the beginning, right? Or should I play you with a different deck? I didn't hear. Do you want me to play you with the Planeswalker deck? Oh, man. You had it all? Even the Nova? My goodness. So you're just 1 land short, basically. That's pretty crazy. I don't know what I want to play against you, Logan. It doesn't really matter. I don't really desire anything. That's the thing. As I don't really desire anything, to be honest. I just kind of like playing Magic. I like playing Magic for fun. Here, I'll play you with my mono blue not tempo deck. Alright? Are you ready? It's the mono blue mid-range deck, but not really. Like, it is, but it's not really. Like, I think I was missing some pieces when I built it, so it's just kind of like... That is correct. You were indeed the first person to ever challenge me. I guess I play this. Here comes the Mistcloak Herald. I also don't know how to play this deck properly. So, yeah, no blocks. It's fine. We get in, I guess? And then I guess we chart a course. That seems like the right play. Cavalcade of Calamity. Oh noes. This is the worst. Things are gonna go poorly for me. Moving forward. Well, I'm gonna play this. And we're going to attack. Pass a turn. Yeah, that's a hasty goblin, isn't it? Sure. Yeah, I don't want you to have that. No. No. I refuse. Another one? Dear God. Ah! The damage! It's so severe! I guess I block here. Those at least trade, I guess? I guess that's a thing, right? Holy moly. Yeah. Okay. Can't be blocked this turn. Yep. Okay. Okay, you got it. I'm taking 4. Ow. Ow. Ow, ow. Don't like it. Spell Pierce. No. Stop shooting me in the face. Play another Tempest Djinn. Gotta get the pressure on. Go, go, fast. Gotta go fast. Am I dead here? Is this gonna be the end of me? Oh dear, that's... Yes, that's not great. That's 6 damage? Okay. Yep. Oh, I can block one of them. Yes. It's only 5 damage. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. Ow. I'm opt. That is not useful to me. On the bottom you go. Curse you, islands! Where were you turns ago? Aha! There it is. If I had drawn the island instead of the departed, it would have been game over last turn. No! See, now, like, it didn't matter whether I left back a blocker or not, because he could have just, like, yeah, I could have not swung with this, but then he could have just paid to make it so that they couldn't be blocked, and then I was dead either way. So, there you go. Good game, Logan. That is a pretty mean deck, I have to agree. I have to agree that's a pretty mean deck. Alright, it's almost 4 o'clock here. I think we're good. I'm going to crack these packs open. I think that's going to be it for me. I think I'm good. I do have to get some dinner in me at some point. I haven't had lunch yet today. I filmed all my videos for this coming week this morning, so I got to edit those. And I have D&D tonight. It's a busy life I lead, you know. Tomorrow will be my only day off of doing much work, except that I will have to be doing all my editing tomorrow, most likely. Best you ever did was 13 damage on on turn 4 to kill someone. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage on turn 4. What's everybody sitting at? See, like, I mean, you can see my rank here. Like, I'm kind of stuck in gold tier 4. I've made it up to platinum in limited because I play a lot more limited than I play standard. So, you know, there's that. You know what? I'm gonna fire off a draft right now because I kind of want to. I mean, Simic Ascendancy is just super bonkers in limited. Let's see. There's nothing particularly amazing in this pack. I think the picks would go like Simic Ascendancy, then maybe... That's tough. It's really tough, actually. Like, this pack is, like, not super great. Galloping Lizarog is fine, but only if you have the deck for it. Like, taking this first pick, I would never take this first pick. It's just not a first pickable card. It's a 3/3 for 5, unless you have a deck that's built around it. I think we take the Simic Ascendancy. Let's see. I think the best card in this pack is probably the Flames of the Razeboar. It's a very good board wipe, especially in Gruul. Like, this is sweet in a Gruul deck, because most of your creatures are going to be 4 power or more. This is instant speed. It does 4 damage to something and then 2 to everything else. So it's very, very good in that sense. For our current deck, I would say, like, if we want to stick to, like, a blue-green evolve deck or adapt deck, the Rampaging Rendhorn is fine, or the Quench, or the Titanic Brawl. If we're not locked into Simic, the Fireblade Artist is fine. It's not amazing in limited. It's okay. You really need to, again, have like some sort of like token generation. Like, this is best with like a Mardu Afterlife deck, really. Unless you get lucky and get a Hero of Precinct 1, because this guy plays really well with that. That being said, I think we're just going to take the... We probably take the Titanic Brawl here over the Rampaging Rendhorn, just because this is a nice removal. Yeah, see, there you go. Maholnik is on the same path as us here. Wow. Okay, so Grotesque Demise is a very good removal spell, mainly because it removes anything with 3 or less, but it exiles it, and so therefore things like Afterlife don't trigger. So it's very, very good in that aspect. Ill-Gotten Inheritance is just like this card wins games, hands down. Like, this, you can rely on this card to basically grind out a game for you, no questions asked. It doesn't fit in with green and blue very well, but it is just a really good card. Having 2 or 3 copies of this in a limited deck is totally fine. Incubation incongruity is like okay. I don't particularly like it. I don't particularly like this card, mainly because for 3 mana at instant speed you can turn something into a 3/3 lizard, which is fine, but it's not like I won't run more than 3. 2 I find can sometimes not get there, mainly because you won't draw them or they get removed, because people do main deck things like Exposed to Daylight and stuff like that. So running a 3rd copy just guarantees that you will draw 1 or 2. Because, I mean, like, put it this way, if you draw this in multiples, you're probably okay with that, because now you're pinging them for 2 every turn instead of 1, and then you can sack for 6, or you can sack 6 mana, get 4 life, do an 8-point life swing, and still have 1 on the table to ping them again the following turn. Yeah, I agree that the growth spiral is probably the better pick here. What I've been finding in these draft scenarios in Arena is that this growth spirals come around super late. So I actually think I want to take the Open the Gates here over this if I'm going to take one of these two. And the reason being is that this lets us splash another color. This only lets us draw a card and put another thing into the battlefield if we have it. This can fix your mana. This can ramp you if you have the right cards in your hand when you play it. Yes, it draws you a card too for 2 mana. But I mean, like, honestly, right now, I'm tempted to just take this Ill-Gotten Inheritance and shift into black, because there's so much black here that's coming to us and not a lot of green-blue. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you had to, like, boot back into Windows to export it. That's too bad. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. I think... I don't know. This is a tough call. I mean, the Simic Ascendancy is just such a bonkers card to build around. I'm not a huge fan of Incubation. I'm not a big fan of it. Like, it's fine. The thing about it is that for 1 mana at sorcery speed, you can look at the top 5, reveal a creature card, put it into your hand, right? But you got to reveal it, which means now your opponent gets to see what it is, right? And Incongruity is, like, fine, but it's not really a removal spell. It's like a pseudo-removal spell. But it is an uncommon, so you've got that. I mean, like, maybe this is better. We'll try it. We'll try it and see. So, like, this is interesting. Because, like, Wilderness Reclamation is a hilarious card in the right Simic deck. And, in fact, Wilderness Reclamation, like, plays super well with Simic Ascendancy. Because, essentially, you can tap all your lands to put counters on things, and then they untap, and then you can do it again. So, like, it plays really well with Simic Ascendancy. And there's not much else in here that we really want. Maybe like a Steeple Creeper or a Quench. But I think the Reclamation is what I'm going to take here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting. Like, I actually really like Junk Troller in this type of format. I actually really like Junk Troller in this type of format. Mainly because it puts all of your things back into your library, and it's an 0/6, which is really hard to deal with. Gets in the way of a lot of things. I've actually found this card pretty useful, actually, the last few times I've had it. So I actually think that this is fairly playable as a late game getcha card. I've seen a lot of people play this. I'm not a huge fan of this. Like, it's okay. Gator in every second pack. Yeah, I mean, the Gator will wheel one of these or 2 of these. Who knows? Prying Eyes is an okay card if you draw it, like, late game and need to draw cards. I don't like it because it's 6 mana and it's early. If you draw it early game, you're just sitting on it and it does nothing for you. That being said, you can sandbag lands and then dump them to this card, which is fine. I think I like the Swirling Torrent, though, here, just as a nice, like, top-end bounce spell. Nothing in this pack is particularly amazing. The Sphinx is fine, I guess. Yeah, the Quench would have been an okay choice too, Maholnik. I don't know. I think I prefer the Swirling Torrent just as a nice top end. And it's an uncommon, so we're less likely to see. We're more likely to see another Quench. We're not going to see another Swirling Torrent most likely. I mean, Gift of Strength is probably fine. We don't have any creatures. We have 0 creatures so far, which is kind of funny. We have 0 creatures so far. So, I mean, like, we kind of need to take probably, like, one of these 2 flyers. This guy's not super amazing, but, I mean, like, he's fine in our Simic deck. If we get Simic Ascendancy out, we can start putting 1/1 counters on him. And he's a 1/4, so he's hard to swing through for 3 mana. And if we somehow splash white in our green-blue deck, we could have this guy with Vigilance, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And more often than not, I see myself splashing white into a blue-green deck, you know, for things like Warrant and Warden and the Azorius Knight, the 2/5 that's unblockable with Vigilance. Like, those types of things are definitely worth splashing white for. So, like, having a blue 1/4 flyer that could technically get a benefit from running white is not bad. I don't particularly like the Sphinx of the Guild Pact. I find that, like, so he's hexproof from monocolor, which means he can't be removed by monocolored spells. The problem is that most of the removal spells in this format are multicolored. They are multicolored, so they just kill it. And, I mean, it is a 5/5 flyer, but it also costs 7. And I don't think we want to wait till turn 7 to play our first threat. So I think I'm going to take the Senate Courier and hope that we find something else. Okay, so there's another Wilderness Reclamation. I don't think we want a second one of those at this point in time. And in fact, you can see we're really like low on creatures here, which is bad news bears for us. We could take a Simic Locket or a Growth Spiral. I think the Locket is probably the better pick just because we seem to be getting a lot of top end stuff. So I think we want to take a Locket that's on color so that we can make sure that we're able to play our late drops. I think that's the right play. Okay, so this is interesting. The Wrecking Beast is like a fine card for a Simic deck. Like it's a 6/6 haste for 7. Or a 7/7 for 7, right? With Trample. Never pick Lockets. Lockets are great in the right deck. Absolutely, they're great in the right deck. I like it over Spiral, personally, because we don't have any gates. We have no need to play Spiral at this point. And don't worry, there will probably be a Spiral in the next pack. So we could take the Sylvan Brush Strider because it's a 3-drop. We could take the Wrecking Beast. It's kind of interesting. Lockets are great because they ramp you, and not only do they ramp you, but late game you get to draw 2 cards. They're definitely solid to run a 1-of in any kind of deck that is playing the long game. And our deck is definitely playing the long game. Like, right now, we're not an aggro deck. We are a long game deck, and the Locket is definitely something we want to be seeing late game. Because even in drawing this on turn, like, let's say we draw this on turn 6 or 7, we play it, the next turn we sack it and draw 2 cards, right? If we have nothing better to do, right? And that can change the outcome. Like, you could end up, like, put it this way, if you play this on turn 7 and sack it and draw 2 lands, that's 2 less turns of drawing just lands off the top of your library, right? So I mean, like, it lets you dig through your deck quite a bit more, which is nice. I feel like the Wrecking Beast is the right pick here. Yeah, I think the Wrecking Beast is a bigger threat, and so it's the right pick over the Brush Strider. We are going to want to pick up some early drops if we can. Okay, so the Steeple Creeper is like perfect for our deck. It's very good. I'm so happy that came back to us. The Growth Spiral didn't come back out of this pack. This is the pack we opened that had a Growth Spiral in it, but that's okay. The Steeple Creeper is definitely the pick here. Okay, so look, a Quench came back, so that's fine. We take a Quench, I think, over either of these two. Like, the Territorial Boar is, like, not... I don't think this card's very good. I think it's just a bear for 2. I think this is a... You put it in your deck if you need it. I mean, like, this is probably okay with Simic Ascendancy. But I think the Quench is just the better pick here. And there was a gator there. Yes, absolutely, there was a gate there. Oh, look. So this is the pack where we had the choice between Open the Gates and Growth Spiral. Now, with our current deck, I would definitely take the Growth Spiral over the Gates, just because it's instant speed. This is a sorcery. We're not really looking to play a third color at the moment, so Open the Gates doesn't really help us. So we'll take the Spiral. This is fine. Take another Steeple Creep here over either of these. I mean, we could take the Humongulous because it's a 2/5 with Hexproof. But I think we want the earlier drops. Like, what's our curve look like right now? Well, we technically don't have any 5 drops. So the Humongulous is not necessarily a bad play. But I think we want the Steeple Creeper to make sure that we do have threats on turn 3. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I would take just these 3 cards and just pass on the last 2 packs. I don't know. This is tough. Do we take the Quench? Or do we take the Prying Eyes? Or do we take the Humongulous here? With the Ascendancy, right? You have to look up that card. What card? Ascendancy? Yeah, like Humongulous can grow with Ascendancy. No problem. Yeah. Absolutely. Like, you can definitely put counters on this, and then it becomes like a bigger hexproof creature, which is pretty fun. I think... Do we want a Prying Eyes here? We might want a Prying Eyes here. I don't know. Is it better than a second Quench? Like, you gotta remember, we're only in pack 1, right? We're only in pack 1, so I mean, like, taking a second Quench this early might not be the right play. I don't know. I also don't remember, like, I am terrible at remembering what was in each pack as it passed us. So, like, I don't remember what could be in the next 2 packs to give us our last 2 picks. I think if we're seeing these this late, we'll probably see these this late again in the next pack and the third pack if we're going to. So I think we'll take the Quench just because it's a better playable. Here, none of these cards matter, so we'll just take the Justicar's Portal, which is a terrible card. Hey, look, we got a Prying Eyes. So we made the right choice taking the Quench. Okay, so Glass of the Guildpact is a fine card, except that we have not a single multicolored creature. We don't have a single multicolored creature in our deck. Now, we want to have multicolored creatures in our deck, but we do not have any. So, right now, the Glass of the Guildpact is pretty useless to us. Collision and Colossus is fine. Yeah, I agree with you, Father Frodo. Glass of the Guildpact is a sweet pack 1 pick 1. Pack 2 pick 1? If you've picked the right cards from the first pack, sure, it can still definitely fit into a deck. It is not, I don't think it's the pick here. That being said, like, the Gateway Sneak is probably fine. We don't have any gates, but it is a 1/3 for 3. It's either that or the Sagero Savant, which is also just a nice 2-drop for us. We don't have any 2-drop creatures, so having something on 2 that lets us scry is pretty decent. We also didn't see any of these in any of the other packs. So that's the other thing, is Biogenic Upgrade is just a sweet card, especially with Simic Ascendancy. So, I mean, like, it's definitely something we could consider. And I'm fine with that, actually. So I think, yeah, I think you're probably right. Okay. So, this is interesting, because Dovin's Acuity is a fine card. The Combined Guildmage is very good with a deck that has Adapt creatures. We have no Adapt creatures. Although, I guess this also... Well, I guess it doesn't work with Adapt. I'm thinking of the other thing. The Biomancers, whatever. So, Fairy Duelist is also very good. But I think we just take the Combined Guildmage, right? Because this turn, each creature you control enters battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. Move a 1/1 counter from target creature to another. Yeah. I think the Combined Guildmage is fine. Okay. So, this is interesting. Because Gatebreaker Ram is actually really good in Limited if you can get the gates. We have no gates. So I don't think it's what we want to take here. Because there is an Aeromunculus here and an Applied Biomancy, which we haven't seen any of. Both of these cards are like key to our deck. So we definitely take the Aeromunculus, I believe, because like what are our threats right now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 creatures. We have to take this Aeromunculus. Gatebreaker Ram is solid, but we don't have the gates to support it, so we're not going to take it. Okay, so Galloping Lizrog is probably fine as a threat now. We don't have a lot of creatures that are going to have 1/1 counters on it, unfortunately. There's also a Titanic Brawl and also a Sigarda's Volley. Or Sigitar's Volley. I don't know. This is interesting. This is an interesting thing. Let's see. What do we want to pick here? I root for Hydrocrassus in Pack 3. I mean, sweet. I'll take it, Maholnik. I'll take it. And I think the Lizrog as well, but the Titanic Brawl is also just a solid removal spell. But we do need creatures. You're absolutely right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. And you're right. Here it's pretty easy. Ascendant Griffin. We take the Ascendant Griffin for sure. It's a 3/2 flyer that scries 1. We're playing blue, so it should be no problem to cast it on turn 4. So yeah, the Ascendant Griffin is definitely the pick here. None of these cards matter to us. I don't think we want a Wall of Lost Thoughts. I mean, it's a fine card. It's good against aggro, I guess. What have I got versus flyers? Right now, I have Senate Courier, 2 Steeple Creepers, Aeromunculus, and Senate Griffin. In fact, all of our creatures pretty much fly. Get the gate. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Thought Collapse is only pickable. Well, I'm thinking the gate. The gate's not necessarily a bad pickup. We can definitely play it if we splash anything white. I don't think the Thought Collapse is what we want. Although we do have Wilderness Reclamation, so Thought Collapse is a lot better in our deck because we can like play our turn and then untap our lands and leave up Thought Collapse, which is a thing. It is a thing. You're not wrong. We don't have any white cards that we care about splashing. It does open up splashing, but I don't think we need it. Yeah, the sideboard, we have 1 card. It's Justicar's Portal. We picked a white card that we don't want to play, so we're not playing it. I don't think we're... even if we were playing white, we're not playing Justicar's Portal. It's a terrible card. I think we'll take this. I'm always not wrong, except when I am. Okay, so this is an interesting pack because the fiend in me wants to take the Rhythm of the Wild because that card is bonkers good, especially with Simic Ascendancy. The realist in me says we should take the Enraged Ceratok because it's just a 4/4 for 4 that can't be blocked by creatures 2 or less. So it's just like a really, really, really good card in our deck. We've seen no adapt creatures. Fairy is also good. I agree with you. Fairy is not necessarily a bad card. But I would rather take the Enraged Ceratok over the Fairy because it's a 4-drop 4/4. It's a bigger creature. I mean, I want to take the Rhythm of the Wild for the fun, but I know that it will make our deck less consistent. So I don't want to take it. Like how many creatures do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 creatures. We definitely need to prioritize creatures. And there are technically 4 in this pack that are fine for our deck. Like, Sylvan Brushstrider is the lowest end pick, but it's still good because it gives you 2 life and when you play it for 3. Sagero's Savant is probably 3rd place, just because it scries 2 when it comes in and it's a 2-drop. Fairy Duelist is probably 2nd place, and I think the Enraged Ceratok is 1st. Rhino, you need the creatures. Yeah, I mean, like... Yeah, we can still side it out, but I don't think I want to risk taking it over a playable that we could have played in the deck. Because, I mean, like, you're right, we could side it out and take it for the lulz, but I think we have to take the Ceratok. And we won't get another chance, you're absolutely right. Here, I think we take the Simic Guildgate, just because it's on color, and we don't really care about Axebane Beast or another. We already have 2 Steeple Creepers, I don't think we need a 3rd. I don't think we're playing a 3rd. So the Simic Guildgate is interesting because it's on color for us, but like the Gateway Plaza is also fine because it lets us really splash if we want to. I don't know. There's also Screaming Shield. We could take Screaming Shield and just be the mill deck, mill our opponents. There's your splash for the rhythm. Yeah. Is it a 1 of everything draft? Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, because we have 2 Steeple Creepers and 2 Quenches already. So, I mean, no. I mean, yeah, we'll take the Steeple Creeper just because it's another... Okay. So Humongulous is fine, but I think we need the 2-drop. So we're going to take the Sage Rose Savant. Ah, perfect. We got our Fairy Duelist back. Very nice. None of these cards matter to us. So we'll take the uncommon, I guess. None of these cards matter to us either. So I guess we'll take the Coral Helm dude. Alright, we'll take a Humongulous now. Expose the Daylight, sure. Alright. Godless Shrine, not super interesting for us. I can't believe we haven't seen a single adapt creature other than Aeromunculus and a couple of crocodiles. It's kind of interesting, actually. So, I want to say that the Gruul Beastmaster is the pick here, but at the same time, the Code of Constraint is not necessarily a terrible pick. Although we don't really have the deck, like, we don't necessarily care about Code of Constraint. Arrester's Admonition is also fine. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I think I'm going to take the Gruul Beastmaster here. Well, what's our... What do we got? 2 Quench, a Titanic Brawl, Growth Spiral, a Thought Collapse, Incubation, and Incongruity. Swirling Torrents, Prying Eyes. Oh, Prying Eyes is actually really good in our deck with Wilderness Reclamation. Interesting. Okay. I think the Beastmaster is what we take, although we would like to have a little... We would like a Frilled Mystic for our deck. Can we have a Frilled Mystic for our deck? Is that a thing? Holy moly. I've never seen this card... I've never seen this card played in Draft. Is it good? I feel like it's not. I feel like for 5 mana at instant speed, it's just not great. I think Eyes Everywhere is just better, isn't it? Like this lets you scry 3 and then draw 3 cards once. This lets you scry every turn from turn 3 moving forward. So if you play this on turn 3, on turn 4 you scry, on turn 5 you scry, on turn 6 you've scried as many times as you would with this, but you haven't drawn 3 cards, you've only drawn 2, but... Yeah, epic anime. I won a couple games against a few of the folks here. We're currently drafting. I feel like the Eyes Everywhere is just the better pick. It's a very good card. Okay. This is pretty easy Fairy Duelist for us. I don't think we need the Shimmer of Possibility. It's not a bad card. It's just, I would only play this in my deck if I had nothing else to play, to be honest. I think we'll take the Fairy Duelist. It's a very good card. Do we want a second Wrecking Beast? I feel like we do. I feel like we want a second Wrecking Beast over a second Sage Rose Savant. What's our curve like? We have a lot of 2s. We have a bunch of 7s. Or I should say we have a bunch of 6s. Draft should give you wildcards? Well, I mean, like, it gives you gems. Are you saying, like, instead of giving you... Like, if you already have the rare and you take it, and you're more than your 4th copy, it should give you a wildcard instead of gems? Is that what you're saying? Interesting. So we have another combined Guild Mage, which is not necessarily bad for us. But there is also a Mammoth Spider, which is a very good 5-drop. Which should give you wildcard progression. Yeah, I could see that. Like, you mean like when you open a pack and you have the wheel. Like, if you take a rare that gives you like, if it's a rare that you already have, it should just give you one of the sections in the wheel of opening packs. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's not necessarily a bad plan. We take the combined Guild Mage. Holy moly, a skittering eel. It's our first adapt creature. We got there. We friggin' got there. Pack 3, pick 6. Our first adapt creature. Well, I mean, we got an Aeromunculus, I guess, in pack 2, but, like, this is the first common mono blue adapt creature. Jeebus. Like, just Jeebus. Okay, do we want a third Wrecking Beast or our first Scuttlegator? I feel like we want a Scuttlegator over a Wrecking Beast. Mainly because this is a 6-drop instead of 7. Is that right? I feel like that's probably right. Or is it? Is the Wrecking Beast just better than the Scuttlegator? I think it is. Because it comes in with a 1/1 counter on it and it can already attack. So it comes in as a 7/7 trample. This doesn't have trample. This we can put a counter on with Simic Ascendancy to make it a 7/7 so it can attack. Or we can adapt it for 8, which is 1 more than this cost to play. Interesting. Okay. Do we want another Fairy Duelist, or do we want an Arrester's Admonition? I look like a guy you met in jail. Neat. I've never been to jail, so it wasn't me. I can tell you that. That doesn't mean I don't have doppelgangers out there. Alright, we'll take a second Thought Collapse over a third Quench. Alright, this deck is going to be kind of weird. Yeah, I took the Admonition for sure. Okay, so Open the Gates is out for sure. I think a third Wrecking Beast is out. I don't think we want that. I think one Prying Eyes is out. Humongulus is probably out. Let's see here. Our 4-drops are all pretty decent. This is not really a 4-drop. I don't know why it puts them in the 4-drop slot. I mean, I know why, because it's total converted mana cost is everything. Fans in lockdown who want to look like Mystery. Your friend met him and thought it was you? That's pretty funny. Let's see here. Shimmer out. 2 Fairy Duelists, 1 Sage Row. Like, our 2-drops are all pretty solid as well. I guess the Growth Spiral is not super needed since we don't have gates. I think we want to take out 1 Incubation. 1 Steeple Creeper. What's our thing like? We have 16 creatures. Okay. So we can sack a few creatures out of our deck now. We can take the Senate Courier out. We can take it one Thought Collapse. We can take it the Prying Eyes and the Swirling Torrent. Beastmaster's fine. You can take it the Sage Rose Savant. And we took out one Thought Collapse, right? Yeah, okay. We have some pretty high-end cards, so leaving the Locket in I'm fine with. Maybe we take out the Growth Spiral. There's a girl that looks like your ex that works at a local Walmart, and your bro thought it was her, and and he worked with her. Wow, that's pretty crazy. It's weird how that works, right? Like, there's a lot of people out there that you're like, oh, it's that guy, and it's like, no, it's not. Or, oh, hey, it's that girl. No, it's definitely not. Oh, weird. Maybe we take out one of these combined guild mages just because, like, its ability is not super relevant. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 2-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 3-drops. Okay. 2 7-drops. This deck is like, I don't think I like this deck very much. I think it's going to be very mediocre. I don't think this Wilderness Reclamation is going to work out for us the way we want it to, because you have to get it with the Simic Ascendancy, and we have no way to get there. I think, like, the Prying Eyes or the Sage, like, if we were going to try to get this combo of Simic Ascendancy plus Wilderness Reclamation, we need to run this and one of these so that we can get the draw to get to the combo. I think that's the only way we get there. But that means we have to cut 4 other cards. And what we're down to, what, 14 creatures now? So we have to cut, like, some other things. Like, we'd have to cut, like, the Thought Collapse or, like, maybe one of the Quenches. Maybe you cut 1 Quench. And maybe you cut, like, 1 Wrecking Beast. I don't know, that's really tough, actually. Red-black is good in draft. I actually am, like, super, like, I almost exclusively force Orzhov when I'm playing this format, because it's just so strong. There's so much removal and so much life gain that your opponents just can't do anything. Maybe it's the Eyes Everywhere comes out. Although I guess that helps us get to our combo as well, because we can just, like, scry things to the bottom that we don't want. I don't know. This is tough. Are you the only one that likes the new Challenger decks? I don't think so. I think there's lots of people out there that like them. I think there's lots of people out there that are complaining that they didn't make a Teferi one, since Teferi sees a lot of play in pretty much a whole bunch of different standard decks right now. But, like, I think they're probably still good. I actually don't look at deck lists and things because my main channel, right, this channel here on YouTube, I generally open product, so I tend not to look at deck lists and stuff because I want it to be, like, different and exciting for me when I open it. Maybe the Galloping Lizrog comes out. Like, maybe he's just not good enough. How many creatures are we at now? 13? We really don't want to go lower than that, so we need to cut something. It's probably the Shimmer. Gotta cut 1 more card. We can't cut a land because we have 2 7-drops. Oh, maybe it just is the Eyes Everywhere or the Simic Locket. I too enjoy opening Masters products. The problem is that they're very expensive. They are very, very expensive to keep buying. In fact, I Unscrewed asked me to do a box battle with him the other day of UMA, and I was like, well, if you can find me a box for cheaper than like $600 Canadian, I have no problem doing it with you. And he was like, oh, he's like, I can't get you cheap boxes. And I was like, well, then I don't have any boxes to open for you to do the box battle with you, because I have 2 boxes of UMA, but they're both set aside for the Masterful Monday series. See, look at this. This prying eyes is like gonna be super bad for us this early, so we need to get rid of it. We'll take the Arrester's Admonition though. Sweet. I mean, like, not sweet that you're on disability, but sweet that you're investing in Dominaria and Challenger decks. That's pretty cool. Another Zerta Goblin. Aren't these uncommon? What is this? I disagree with this plan, sir. Well then. Isn't that awkward? I guess we play this. I guess we play this guy. And say no attacks. If he swings here, we're definitely going to block one of them. And if he has like a trick... No? Okay, then he just loses a guy. That's fine. Sure. Okay. So... we're in kind of a weird shape here. Yeah, because he's going to swing with both. We're going to play this Fairy Duelist. We're going to get rid of this guy. We're going to kill this guy, hopefully, and not lose our dudes. One-time dealer. Crap. Alright, well... well, we get to keep our Fairy Duelist, I guess. Joyous day. Alright, well, no attacks, I guess. We're in rough shape here. You hope I get more subs? Thanks, I appreciate it. I'm sure we'll get there. We'll bounce this, man. And then no blocks. Oh. That is a big dude. That is a big dude. We're in bad shape here. We're just dead. Yeah! Check it out. I have a 7/8 flyer. No. Pass the turn. GG, sir. That's the end of that game. Let me tell you. So here, him playing that and making it haste makes no difference because, like, I was just dead on board to him pumping this. I mean, I guess he played that because he didn't see the line of just pumping the gravel hide. We just got, like, super run over by a very aggro deck, which is what we expected to happen with this deck, to be completely honest. We definitely don't have, well, yeah, but that's what I mean, is, like, that's what most decks are doing. They just creature spam. It's just like, here, creatures every turn, and you're like, well, yeah. Yeah. The problem is that the deck we drafted didn't really have strong creatures, until, like, late game, like turn 4 or 5. So... I mean, we can change the curve, I guess. We're coming up against someone in Mythic. It's kind of unfortunate for us. Holy moly. Alright, well. Playing against someone who's playing Gruul again, or at least some facsimile of red-green something. Okay, so red-green-blue. Sure. Yep, that's what most people do. Pick creatures in removal. Makes sense. So do we block here, or do we just try to go on the offensive? I feel like we're not the offensive deck, so I think we need to have to block here. Yeah. The opponent did nothing, which means we pass the turn since we don't have 4 lands. And then whatever they play this turn, we're probably just going to quench it. Maybe my guess. Do we want to quench this? I guess we do. Make him pay the 2. Yeah. Okay, so he's got a counterspell left up. See, he left up 2 blue for a counterspell. And he didn't want to counter our counter, so we're fine with that. We really need... Holy bejeebus. Play our own eyes everywhere, I guess. What could he have left up for 2 blue that he didn't pay for it? Oh my goodness. No. We need land. Holy cripes, man. This is ridiculous. How are we stuck on 3 lands? Like, what is this? If we play this now, we're gonna have to discard if we don't draw a land. But I think we have to do this, right? Yeah, okay, good. We got a land. Dear God. Dear God. We have to put that on the bottom because we really need another island. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have a 2-mana counter, I agree. I don't know why he didn't pay the 2 for his thing then, you know what I mean? Like, why didn't he pay the 2 mana to prevent the Eyes Everywhere from being countered? Do you see what I'm saying? See, he does have it. He does have the 2 mana counter for a creature. That's the counter that I thought he had. I don't know if we're gonna win, but we'll see. We will see. We really need... Although, I guess... We get to untap all our lands, right? Yeah. Play our own Ceratok. With untapping our lands. Alright, well, Chillbringer's another card that we didn't even see, right? Right? Chillbringer is a card we didn't even see. We saw literally 0 of them. I mean, we're definitely blocking here. We're not taking 4. Okay. We definitely need an island, so we will take that. What do we have that deals with all of this nonsense? Nothing? Yeah, we're just dead here. Does that save us? I don't think it does. Mm-hmm. Alright, well, we're just dead then. Just losing to our opponent having all the answers and us getting stuck on 3 lands for like several turns. I mean, like, this is just bad. Like, we're We're losing to basically not drawing our lands. Game 1, our opponent came out on turn 2 with a 3/3, and then a turn 3 with a 3/3. And then, second game, we drew 3 lands with 17 in the deck. Like, just... And, like, look at this nonsense. Oh, my goodness. Perfect. A turn 1 Terramander. It's exactly what we wanted to see. Uh-huh. Do we play out the Guild Mage and risk him playing something for 3 mana? I guess we do. This is probably the wrong choice. Okay. Sure. Mm-hmm. Like, look, we didn't see any of these. We saw none of these in our draft. We picked we first picked Simic Ascendancy and then saw none of the common adapt creatures in the entire draft. The entire draft. Like, how is that even a thing? Pass the turn, I guess. And like, this Eyes Everywhere is garbage. Every opponent we've played against has had blue mana. Like, if he swings here, we definitely... We're gonna snap block, because we don't want this guy to get in. We'll definitely trade. It's fine. Oh my goodness. Now you get flooded. I mean, like, yeah, of course we get flooded. Yeah, we just pass. We're not playing out the Skittering Eel because he left up 4 mana untapped. So he's probably got, whatchamacallit, the Frilled Mystic. We should have played the Eyes Everywhere there because we could still leave up Quench. I made a mistake not playing it. Here is fine because now we can play the Skittering Eel. And when he goes to counter it, we just counter back. Essence Capture. Super gross. Yeah. I guess. Terrible. Terrible. We'll play a Fairy Duelist, and then he'll counter it. Ready? No? Alright. We make that guy into an 0-2, and then don't block it. Because we don't care about blocking it. Okay. Why would he do that? Do we know why he would do that? This is the question. Why would he bounce my Fairy Duelist? Sure. That seems good, right? Countering the 5/5 seems pretty good. Why did it tap both my... Why would you leave me 3 forests when I have a handful of blue cards in my hand? Arena. Come on. Do we want to bounce this guy? I feel like we don't. I feel like we don't want to bounce him yet. See? This is why we didn't want to bounce him yet. If he makes this guy, yeah, nice. Perfect. That is perfectly fine with me. Well, we're gonna play this Fairy Duelist. And boop. Take no damage from that. We definitely don't want an island. That on the bottom. Perfect. Aha! Get returned, sir. Take 4. Pass the turn. Uh-huh. I guess no. We'll say fine. Okay. He's not gonna swing, right? No swing? Okay. Yep. We don't need a forest, do we? Certainly do not. Thought Collapse is a very good card to draw, so we're gonna swing in like this. What do we want to do here? Swing with this? Pump it twice? We have 8 mana. I think we swing with this. I think swinging with this is the right choice. Pass the turn. He can adapt the Terramander. Do we want to counter that? Probably. That seems like a good one. Let's mill you. Oh! Domri off the top! Take that! Get wrecked, son. Griffin is fine. We really need to get our Wilderness Reclamation. That's what we need. We're gonna crash in. And then we're gonna play this Griffin. Scry! Don't need that guy. You can go on the bottom. Passing the turn. The Wilderness Reclamation would really make this deck much better. Oh yeah, the Thought Collapse is definitely a very good card. I agree, Father Frodo. It's definitely something that goes in the deck for sure. You haven't watched Boruto? I don't know what that is. I've actually never watched Naruto. Gates Ablaze. How much damage is this? 3? Three damage? Okay. See you later, Terramander, I guess. Aeromunculus? Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm 1 mana short of like putting a counter on with Simic Ascendancy first. This will put 3 there and 3 there and then double them. Yeah. That's the best. Pew 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 pew! Opponent scoops! Scoopy doopy! We won a game with this stupid deck. Got there. But you know why we got there? Because our opponent didn't do anything for the first like 3 or 4 turns. They were like waiting for us to... They got stuck on 4 mana, and then we're just waiting for us to play a creature into their counterspell. But instead, we just sat there and waited for them to do something. If our opponent had been aggro in any way, we would have lost that game pretty handily. Look at that, we're almost at 5 o'clock now. That's when I said I was going to end the stream, so there you go. This hand is fine. Scrying 2 is good for us early game. It's also a solid 2-drop. We also have the counterspell. Why is every opponent we play against in blue as well? That's what I want to know. Why can't we come up against, like, you know, a white-green deck, or, a white-black deck, or a black-red deck, or something along those lines? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Put the island on the bottom, I guess. 4-drop. Okay, Skittering Eel. Yep. I too have a Skittering Eel, but I will not be playing it this turn because I did not have a Growth Spiral. Curses! The Growth Spiral foiled me this round. If he just adapts here and swings, Like I think we just pass, right? Like we just take 3. Okay. Now you adapt? Sure. We'll just move it, bounce into your hand then. So he could counter this, maybe? Is that what's happening? Or he has like a fight card, maybe? All I could think of there is that like maybe he had like a Titanic Brawl that he wanted to use. Yeah, like that's fine. So, do we want to counter his guy when he plays it? Or do we want to just play our own Skittering Eel? Probably want to just play our own Skittering Eel. And get in for 2. Because he's not going to block this, yeah. And then if he plays a land here, he can adapt the Sauriform hybrid, which is pretty awkward for us. So, I mean, if he swings with the Sauriform hybrid, we probably just take it. And that means we're going to take 6, but that's okay because we just crack him back for 5. And then leave up our counter spells because we have 2 next turn that we can leave up. See, I don't feel that that's the case. I don't feel that blue is the strongest in limited. I honestly don't. Although that's not true. The ridiculous Dovin's Acuity, like, just control you is pretty ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous. Alright. That's very, very okay with us. Mainly because we get to swing for 5 and leave up both counter spells. He's got 7 mana. That's pretty bad for us. Yeah, we take 6. Go to 8. So if he tries to counter our counter here... like, are we okay with that? I don't think we have any response, so I think that just happens. Yep. Oh! We milled 2 of his counters off the top. Dear me, that's awkward for him. Okay, so we're just gonna block here because we don't want to go to 2. We snap block. I don't think he's gonna play anything here that we want to counter with Quench because he has so much mana that it's not gonna work out for us. Yeah. So like we just resolve. That's fine. Bottom. Yeah. We're just gonna cast Prying Eyes and we're gonna just ditch. We have to ditch 2 cards, but we get to play our Wrecking Beast here. Although it's probably going to get countered. What do we do? What do we do here? I guess the Enraged Ceratok is not super great for us. Alright, so let's see. That makes that into a 1-2. If he has a counterspell for this, we're just dead, right? The last card in his hand has to be a counterspell. Now, we've milled 2 counterspells out of his deck. What are the chances of him having a 3rd one? Probably pretty high, right? Okay. No counterspell. If he has a bounce spell in hand, we just lose. So, I mean, like, we could just be dead here. Okay, that doesn't do it. Not this turn, anyway. It definitely kills us next turn, though. Actually, no, we're not dead next turn because we have the Fairy Duelist. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. There's a land in hand. Why? Why did you tap 2 of my blue? God, what do I need all this green for? Auto tapper, why? Oh my god. I'm so upset right now. If we lose this turn due to our fairy duelist getting countered by something, I'm going to be very, very upset. Especially if we had the quench available. What? Ooh, okay. Okay. Quench doesn't do anything for us. On the bottom you go. Alright. Come on! Why? I need to learn to not let Auto Tapper tap all of my blue for a mono green card that uses blue. Why? Why is this a thing? Why are you like this, game? Why? Why are you like this? In what world do I need to pay 2 blue for a mono green card? Huh? In what world? In what world? Like, and I have an ability here that takes blue mana too. Like, literally everything in my hand and all of the abilities I have on the board take blue mana. And it taps all of my blue mana to cast a green card. It didn't affect that game in any way, but dear God, why? Why? You're supposed to be smart, Auto Tapper. Dear God. Well, we won a game. Well, there it is. 5 o'clock. Thank you so much, everyone, for playing. I had a lot of fun playing with my patrons. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for coming out. Don't forget, this will be a once-a-month thing where we do a patron direct challenge. You get to show off your new decks, get to play, hang out with me here in chat. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful evening and the rest of your day, and we'll see you all in the next video. Monday, Masterpiece Monday. Let's see what happens. It's a spicy one. It's a spicy one. Have a great night, everybody. Or a great day, depending on where you are. Woo! We out. We outie. And we outie, I mean, roll credits. Yeah, there.